Hello, today I'm going to show you how to install my new add-on called MetaReForge. In a few words, the add-on is designed to enhance the editing capabilities of Metahumans using Blender. If you want to know more, check out other videos on this topic on my channel and join our Discord. All links are in the description. So let's get started. The basic installation of MetaReForge is no different from installing most Blender add-ons. However, to access all the features of the add-on, it is necessary to link it to the Metahuman DNA-Calibration library. This library allows us to interact with files of Epic Games' proprietary DNA format, which greatly influence Metahuman facial animations. Unfortunately, Epic Games provides pre-built binaries only for Python 3.7 and Python 3.9, which is not used in the later Blender releases. We have two options: find a version of Blender that supports Python 3.9, or compile DNA calibration for the required Python version. This time, I'll talk about the second option, but before we start, I want to say that everything I do in this video is described in our documentation in subsection 2.2. We need a Visual Studio compiler for C++, the right version of Python, sort of 15 minutes of your time. Some additional dependencies can be automatically obtained from the interface of our add-on, so you don't need to care about them. Let's start by figuring out which version of Python is installed in our Blender. Open Blender, go to Scripting tab. On the left side, you will see the interactive Python console, which displays information about Python build. We are interested in these two numbers. The third one, the micro version, is not as important. So let's download the required version of Python. We Google the version we need. And in the description, we can see that there are no installers for a specific version. This is not a problem. We can take the closest version, make sure that the first two numbers match, and download the installer for 64-bit. Next, we install it. And it is very important to select Add Python Executable to Path. And install now. Next, you need to install the necessary components of Visual Studio. If you don't have Visual Studio yet, download it from the official website. Download Visual Studio Community. If you already have it, you need to find Visual Studio installer on your computer, like Visual Studio installer, and you should find it. I don't have it installed. So let's run the installation. Now we need to take desktop development with C++. Choose Windows SDK for your platform, Windows 10 or 11. I have Windows 10. I will choose Windows 10 SDK. Make sure that compiler MSVC 143 is ticked, and C++ CMake tools for Windows also should be ticked, and click install. Unfortunately, Visual Studio is quite heavy, but there is no way to get compiler only. Run Blender, edit, preferences, add-ons, install, select MetaReForge zip, install add-on, and activate it. You should see here messages indicating library files are missing and library files are not linked, meaning that the DNA calibration library is not connected. We can reveal the folder where the necessary files should be, but there is only one file at the moment. If you have these binaries somewhere else, you can just place them here and restart Blender. If don't, you need to compile them. The first parameter is the path to CMake. If you install CMake with Visual Studio following my instructions, then the path should be detected automatically. You should also see the check mark on the left indicating that the executable file has been found. The next step is to set the path to Swig. If you are a developer and have it installed on your computer, then just specify the path to the root of this utility. A check mark should appear on the left. If you haven't installed it, you can instead set the path to the directory where you want to download and install it. For example, C drive temp, and press the download button. After that, the path to Swig will be updated automatically and will point to the root directory into which the Swig was extracted. Next, you need to set the path to the DNA calibration library. The same as Swig, you can either specify the path to a previously downloaded and unpacked library, or set the path where you want to download and press the download button. This gives us the third check mark. Finally, you need to select the version of Python. By default, at the first launch of the add-on, it will attempt to identify the most suitable version from those installed on your computer. Click Build DNA Calibration. Now, library files are found, but still not linked. Restart Blender. And see the message. Library files are linked. Now in the DNA update section, you will see the missing functionality. It would also be useful to back up the compiled files. Go to the add-on settings, reveal in File Explorer. These 5 files can be reused after Blender updates if, of course, the first two numbers in the Python version remained the same during the update. I hope I didn't tire too much with the technical side. Thank you for watching. Join our Discord channel if something is not clear enough or if you want to share something. Bye!